Alright, so Machamp EX isn't a great deck. But with Pokemon TCG Pocket in its infancy and only having 233-ish unique cards, I wanted to point out that even middling EX Pokemon can still take wins. Also, my pulls in Pocket this past month have been less than perfect, and I wanted to get another gameplay video up, leaving my options extremely limited. Unlike my Blaine Ninetales budget deck, there's a lot of room for whacking off with Machamp. Since it's a Stage 2 Pokemon, and Stage 2 Pokemon don't have any item or supporter-based search cards, you just have to hope you naturally draw into your evolutions. So you'll have to buy some time or be really lucky. With Machamp, you can pair it with Kangaskhan, who can deal 0, 30, or 60 damage for 1 energy while also boasting 100 hit points. Dugtrio is a fairly weak Stage 1, but for a single energy it can potentially become immune to every attack. Primeape takes 2 energy but can deal 100 damage if it's damaged. And Snorlax has a gigantic 150 hit points, meaning it could survive 2, 3, or even 4 attacks. The drawback is that you can't retreat it, and your opponent can just not attack it, also giving them time to set up. And I did test a version with Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan and wasn't too disappointed with them. After stalling for a few turns in the game, it's all about using Machamp's 180 hit points and 120 damage attack to hopefully clean up the board. Machamp is probably a B tier or maybe even C tier deck, and it struggles mightily against fast decks and psychic decks. But just because it's not amazing doesn't mean you can't win a bunch of games with it. Alright, I mean, we got Machamp, we got our balls to play with. And well, then it just kind of means that it was an accident when they removed it, right? They didn't mean to remove the check, and they did. So that was the oopsie on their end. Yep, Wednesday morning. Oh, okay, Dozer. Okay. Alright, so this is the Dugtrio build. If they flip no heads on Misty, we're totally fine. If they flip 2 heads on Misty, we lose the game. So that'll be fun. Just flip tail. Okay, well, they flip one. 1 is fine. Okay, 1 is... Well, I mean, 1 is not fine. It's acceptable. Okay, they hit me with their freezing cold Wang. That's fine. All right, well, I mean, I may as well just give them the old double Dugtrio. They can definitely just pick on my bench, which will be very, very bad, but we don't know if this is the Starmie build or if this is just Articuno and nothing else. Because it could just be the 18 trainer Articuno deck. Hey, we flipped heads. They can still start picking off the bench, which is bad for us. But the active Dugtrio will survive, and this means I can also start attaching energy to the Machamp, which is what we need. So this is why I like the Dugtrio build, is instead of higher HP, you can deal damage and just maybe be completely immune from damage from an attack. So there's no perfect partner for Machamp. Yeah, that's fine. There's no perfect partner for Machamp. It's not a perfect card. 3 energy, 120 with nothing special. Yeah, I have Sabrina and Machamp. What do you want from me? Dugtrio is my favorite non-EX deck out there. Well, it relies on luck. You know, if I'm relying on coin flips to win, I think I'd rather play a Misty deck. Just because... Hey, I like how they just reused the barrier effect from TCG Live. Never noticed that. They literally just reuse the assets from Live. It's like, hey, we have another game. Why don't we just use those assets? Okay, that's okay. Because I can still win, especially if they don't find another basic, right? If this is just 2 Articuno, they might be saving the other Articuno. But they might put themselves in a position where they're like, well, I have to bench the second Articuno at some point. Though okay, red card is fine. I don't have a Machoke, so this is actually perfect for me. Just give me a Machoke and we are in there. Okay, double research. We got Machoke, we are in there. Now, the fact that they put a 4th energy on their Articuno kind of tells me something. So I think the game plan is... we just Machoke, evolve into Machoke, attach, and then hope they don't have Sabrina. I mean, that really does sort of just put me into a very narrow strategy. So it's what is more likely, that they have the potion to put them out of range of Machoke, or that they have the Sabrina. I think it's more likely that they have Sabrina, because they played one potion. So just going on the odds, you know, I have to use math here. But like Sabrina's, okay, well we flipped heads. We flipped heads, so it doesn't really matter. So then it doesn't matter right now, because I will be able to get my Machamp if they don't red card me. The potion wouldn't matter. The Sabrina wouldn't matter. Okay, they don't have Sabrina. So potion, Sabrina doesn't matter. I think we can still win this because I have the Machamp. And they're going to find their other Articuno, but they are down a Misty. And that's fine. The double Articuno deck is kind of cracked. But I mean, they don't have... Okay, yeah, that's annoying. God. It's almost like putting 18 trainers in a deck with 2 Pokemon that can attack on turn 1 is actually a good strategy. But like, I am playing this perfectly. There's been no misplays by me. I have played perfectly. You know, I'm doing okay on dig coin flips. They're probably thinking of whether or not they should retreat. But I think I 100% Sabrina here. I don't think there's any reason to not Sabrina. Oh, hang on. Ooh, well, I'm feeling Swifty. I am feeling super Swifty right now. Let's do it. If we're gonna win or lose this game, we're gonna win or lose this game in style. Okay? None of that boring, let's see if they got it or not stuff. Nah, we either got it or they got it. And I can always win this game by just going Dugtrio for 100 turns. So if they flip a heads on Misty, then we lose. Unless I go... How many Dugtrios am I going to need? I'm going to need 40, 80... I'm going to need 4 Dugtrio flips. So either they flip 1 heads on Misty, or I can flip 4 heads on Dugtrio. I liked my odds in that situation, but just flip tails and I win the game. Thank you. God. You know, that's another thing I could complain about, is just how coin flip heavy this format is. It's like, hey, you flip tails on the thingy thing. And wait, it also doesn't really tell you how much hit points your Machamp is going to have. I know it's going to survive, but it's like, it doesn't really tell you how much damage is being done to the Pokemon. Right? Like, I didn't know that Machamp was going to have 110 hit points before me. I would have had to have clicked on the Machoke, seen how much damage was on the Machoke, and then done math to know that, okay, Machoke had 70 damage on it. Machamp EX has 180 hit points, so I have to subtract 70 from 180. So that's a little iffy to me as well. So just there's very small, like, quality of life things that should have been addressed before this ever, you know, got into our pants. Yeah, that's fine. Right, like, not having import-export is very weird for decks. You know, just when you play Sabrina and they only have 1 bench Pokemon, you have to manually select the Pokemon on your bench. It's not automatic. Same with promoting a Pokemon, even if there's nobody else. So there's just a lot of just quality of life things that I feel like should have been addressed during development before we even, you know, played the game. But doesn't matter. I just beat off an Articuno that had double Articuno that was able to get their Articunos powered up with my crappy Machamp deck. This is proof. I told you, this is proof that any deck has a chance to win in TCG Pocket, but obviously there's an upper echelon and Machamp isn't in it. So, like, it's basically 233 cards. That's not going to give you much of a meta, especially when most of the cards in Standard are just like this Diglett, because that's what I tweeted about. Every non-EX Pokemon has 1 attack. Non-EX Pokemon only have a singular attack printed on them. They do not have 2 attacks. EX Pokemon can have 1 or 2. Okay, well, this is fine. But if you didn't notice that, a non-EX Pokemon will only ever have 1 attack. And I think that's really weird. And they could obviously change that in the future, but they've said that for now. You know, how is Pocket more simplified? And Bella, I haven't seen your tournament results, but I've glanced at Pokemon Zone. I've seen X Burst. If you have a link, you can drop it in the chat right now. Because I'm trying to keep a list of, you know, all the tier lists. I'm trying to keep a list of the tournaments on Limitless. But I guess I should also, yeah, let's do upcoming. Or I guess I can go, no, we'll do upcoming for TCG Pocket since that's what people would want to care about. All right, we're going Dugtrio. And then Dugtrio, Machoke Me, Professor's Research. Oh, damn it, the Farfetch'd is weak to Lightning. Okay, this is a pretty decent hand. It's not the greatest, but being able to potentially take 0... Hey, we got 0 damage next turn. Oh, it's currently running right now. Awesome. I would love to do it. I would love to, you know, host my own tournament, have good cards, have good decks, but that's just not in the, that's not in the plans for me. Not in the plans for old Pilot. All right, well, let's potion this guy. We'll settle for feet picks? Yeah, but what if somebody who's not a viewer watch? Aloha, son, thank you. Thank you, Aloha. Hey, and we're protected. Thank you, Aloha, son. Yes, I will use that money and put it towards my TCG Pocket spending money fund. And there you go, still giving out PDCGL codes. Little Legends lead. Okay, well that just sounds condescending. So on Wednesday, oh the little, you're my little Pogchamp. You can play in the Little Legends League if you don't have any good cards. Oh, little buddy, you don't have any good cards. Oh, you're just a little baby boy. Aw, look at you with your 2 Pikachu EX, but no Pikachu. Aw, you don't have a Moltres EX? Aw, poor baby. No, I'm a big boy, okay? I'm a big boy. I play with big decks. My opponent also seems to be having a very tough time over there. They did get an Alakazam. I don't remember what Alakazam does. I have a feeling it's bad for me. For each energy attached to your opponent's active, well, the good news is that I have Giovanni, so that's GG. That's Giovanni, huh? That's Giovanni. I probably should have been paying closer attention. We had no EX rule, 64 player limit, 180 registered. Were any of the people who registered from TCG Live? And thank you, Afro Samurai, because that was one of the issues we had when we were running TCG Live tournaments when PDCGO still existed, is that PDCGO players signed up for the live tournaments. But I think one of the reasons for that is because there wasn't a dedicated section on Limitless for TCG Live, so people couldn't tell the difference. So, I mean, you're welcome for Limitless giving you a dedicated section this early. All right, and there you go. That's how it's done. You just flip heads with Dugtrio, and then you clean them up with the Machamp later. It's really good when it works, but it's like, this was kind of just, you know, a Dugtrio game. We need better fighting Pokemon. We definitely need better fighting Pokemon, because Dugtrio can help any Stage 2 fighter do better. So, like, if we get a Garchomp EX in the next set or in the next 2 sets, Dugtrio's the perfect partner. Garchomp could be, you know, much, much better than Machamp. And then you just pair Dugtrio with Garchomp and you're good to go. All right, we got a Machop, we got a Machoke. We're finally facing a Lightning deck. If I lose this game, then I will never stream Pocket again. This will be my final TCG Pocket stream while I'm still in New Zealand. Ah, crap. While I'm still in New Zealand. Okay, that's the deal. If I lose this game, this will be my final ever TCG Pocket stream while I'm in New Zealand. Yeah, this is not Duel Links. It has no features. It doesn't even have trading, which was one of the main things they highlighted in the original trailer. It's like, oh yeah, trading, you know, might not be available at launch. Oh no, wait, trading is not available at launch. Go to hell. Sure, I'll spank the Mankey. That's fine. But it's just one of my many issues with Pocket is the future of the game. Right? I talked about this on the previous stream. It's like, okay, when is trading coming? Post-launch, we don't know. Okay, when is the next set of cards coming? At some point. Okay, are we getting ranked? I don't know, maybe we're getting ranked, who knows? You know, they're just so non-committal when, like, they're asking to take our money before they give us a reason to give them money. Right? They have the audacity to say, like, oh yeah, we're gonna limit you to $150 a day. Right? You're gonna be limited to $150. You can't spend more than $150 a day on Poke Gold. Okay. Is this gonna be $150 worth of content? No. No, not really. You know, no, we'll you know, you'll have one game mode. One game mode, you know, you have solo battles too. Those can be kind of fun. So, what I've been telling everyone, just give it 6 months to a year. The game needs a lot of new stuff. It is definitely not ready to be like in the same conversation as live in terms of competitive play, and live isn't really that good in terms of competitive play because we don't have expanded or GLC. They're committed to mediocrity. They're committed to making money. Well, they could introduce new game modes, right? They could always introduce new things. Because this game makes money, unlike live, they can introduce new game modes. Which is, you know, something I choose to believe, whether or not it's true. Alright, well, if you're gonna be a butt face, then I'm gonna, you know, put a bag over your head. Sounds like copium. It's hopium. But if you go based on what they said, it did seem like the developers, like, we know trading's coming, we know more cards are coming, we know that they're at least thinking about ranked, but we don't know, like, what other features they're going to have. That's the thing. So I wouldn't say I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm hopeful about the potential future of this game, but I also understand that this could be like live and they just never give us any new features whatsoever, and it's just massively disappointing. Alright, well, let's give Mankey an energy. If you want to play a slow game, I'm winning right now. You want to play a slow game? Let's play a slow game. Well, Kangaskhan is the worst card ever made. And yeah, I would have thought they would have put microtransactions in live, but they didn't for whatever bureaucratic, that's not the right word, whatever reason. But live doesn't have microtransactions. It'd be great if it did, because then we might get new features. Okay, I mean, I'll give you the Mankey, because I don't really have anything else going on. And Addict, am I going to be free to play? Well, I'm going to be getting the premium pass. Everyone should get the premium pass because it's free. So 100% everyone should just get the premium pass. So that will give me an extra pack a day, which is nice. And then I think all I do here is just promote the Machoke. And they're reusing artwork. Well, some people like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, next freaking card is the stupid Primeape. Okay, so then we go Strength. We force them into a position they don't want to be in. I think I do potion this one. And yeah, right? Having to admit that live is a better game, it hurts me, but it's true. You know, I said PTCGO was a better game than live. That was the truth. You know, I don't say anything untrue when I complain about live and Pocket. So it's like, I hate that Pocket is not better than live. When Pocket was first announced, I was so excited. There were so many things I was excited for, and that's GG. And I have to keep streaming Pocket and complaining about it all the time because that's who I am. I'm the guy who complains about everything, and they conceded. So I know this is another game where I have the weakness advantage. And if I can find a Machoke, I think we win the game. There's a Mankey. Huh. This is interesting. The problem is that their Pikachu is going to be constantly doing 90 damage. Okay, well, I think we lose now. Let's put that guy down. The issue with this, and I think the issue with Primeape that's going to be prevalent throughout Primeape's existence, is that it has 90 hit points, which means it's one shot by Pikachu EX. So Fight Back is never going to do 100 damage against the Pikachu EX, and, you know, the only time it would is if they have 2 bench Pokemon, but they're probably not going to be that stupid. So I think Dugtrio is a much better partner for Machamp because it can buy you time, it does 40 damage for a single energy. Yes, it's weak, but it can just buy you that time that you need. But if I can Machoke myself, we are definitely in this game. Because it has 100 hit points. All right, if they don't have Giovanni, that's GG. That's G Giovanni. Wait, did I already say that joke? I mean for the YouTube audience, not the Twitch audience. The YouTube audience might not have heard that one. I can't remember if I put that in one of the games. I'm going to say it anyway. It'll be G Giovanni if they don't have the 8th gym leader. Nah, bro, you ain't got no Giovanni. Who's playing Giovanni? Boom, GG. And I have double potion. They are going to concede. They are 100% conceding after this. There's no way you keep playing after getting absolutely bodied. But you're seeing how, you know, Machamp, or sorry, Primeape does nothing in the Pikachu matchup. Like, it's a hindrance more than a help in the Pikachu matchup. And there we go. They conceded. We didn't get to see Zapdos. And if you're wondering, why don't I have a Pikachu EX deck? Well, the reason I don't have a Pikachu EX deck is because I don't have any Pikachu. I have 2 Pikachu EX, I have Raichu, I don't have the Pikachu, I don't have a second Electrode, don't have any Zapdos. So like, I pulled my second Pikachu EX and I was all excited to build the deck. Then I looked at my collection and I was missing like half the cards. So that's another thing I don't like about Pocket, is we desperately need trading. Okay, my opponent is literally level 46. You cannot get to level 46 in this short amount of time unless you either spend a ton of money or you have won, well, it's 15 experience per win. You'd have to win about 20, no, you'd have to win like 30 games a day. And they're just playing Venusaur, which is really good, but they've activated my trap card. And I might be able to win, because I can just pick on that Bulbasaur. I don't think this is a Snorlax game. As good as Snorlax can be, maybe I should have... Okay, thank you. As good as Snorlax can be, I think this is... I have to keep attacking with Machamp, or else I lose. But if you're wondering, oh, do they play, you know, Butterfree? They might not play Butterfree because Caterpie can find you your grass evolutions. There is no ball search card for evolutions. So Caterpie, I kind of identified this a long time ago. Caterpie is actually super busted in a grass deck because it can find your evolutions. You do have to hope your opponent's not playing red card, but if you just limit the amount of grass Pokemon in your deck, you can almost guarantee a Venusaur. But if they don't have a Venusaur, then we win, and we can laugh at our level 46 person. We might... Are we laughing? Are we laughing at our level 46 opponent? Please. Please don't play Erica or something. Ah, I got it. Okay, well, I got the bad Venusaur. That's good. So level 46, they'd have to win about 30 games a day, or you just spend money. Because... Oh, we got a potion? We're cooked, bro. We're cooking. We're not cooked, we're cooking. Because it's 25 experience for every pack. And I think they must have spent... Oh my god, they must have spent a ton of money. Because it's about $1, let's say roughly $1 a pack. You can open 150 packs a day. I'm not going to do the math. They have spent hundreds of dollars. Let's put it that way. My opponent has spent hundreds of dollars. They probably have a complete collection. The fact that they don't have any Flare is interesting, or any Flare that I've seen. They might have it on like a Venusaur. So they might not care about Flare and they just wanted to have a juiced up collection. You know, there's nothing wrong with whales. Whales are what are going to be supporting the game. Oh, and Hitmonlee is proving its worth already. Like, Hitmonlee has a major problem. The major problem with Hitmonlee is that it can only attack bench Pokemon. So let me get that back on screen. I wanted to show off Snorlax, but Hitmonlee is kind of putting in work today. Where is him? There's Hitmonlee. So the weakness is that it can only attack Pokemon. They have the freaking Butterfree. Son of a gun. Okay, so they can heal. Whoa, hang on. They don't have Venusaur EX? They must be, like, training or something, right? That's really weird. Okay, so let's go retreat. Take the KO. I guess I start attaching to Snorlax, because I don't have a better option. I'd love to be attaching to a Machamp right now, but they haven't taken a prize card. I have taken a prize card. They can heal, but I can two-shot them. They have to three-shot me. And that's if I don't play my potions. So if this was Venusaur EX and they had Erica and a bunch of healing cards like Butterfree, then we'd be in trouble. But this is the baby Venusaur. So the baby Venusaur is much less scary. It's just 80 for 4 energy, which is not easy to do. 160 hit points is really good. Butterfree is good. But 80 damage, heal 30, as opposed to 100 in damage, heal 30. You know, maybe there's not that much of a difference. You know, maybe I spoke too soon. All right, well, let's just, let's heal. Because Erica can heal 50 damage. You got the Butterfree. You know, it's just, the problem is that you can heal, you know, you have 30 extra, you have 30 extra hit points. Don't look at that. I'm in New Zealand. That's not my, I'm playing on a computer. I cracked the code. This is not my phone connected to a computer through unscrupulous means. So if they do play Erica, the Venusaur does survive. I just don't know if they have room for it. Like, what else would they have? They would have to have Erica, right? If you're playing a healing Venusaur, yeah, you play Erica, heal 50. They have 130. I don't know if I have Giovanni. But I should have a way to win. Because they have 160 hit points. I can do 120. They're doing 80. This is interesting. I thought we had them cooked, but maybe we don't. Okay, So if I, hang on, if I retreat the Machamp, no, that doesn't do anything. Huh. I think I might lose this game. This is crazy. I think the whale is onto something. Yeah, I never really paid close attention to the baby Venusaur, but if you get all these stage 2 set up, the baby Venusaur is kind of scary. The problem is that getting 4 stage 2 set up is not easy. I just need a Machoke. I haven't played a research, so I have, out of 50% of my deck should be able to win me or get me very close to winning the game. Right, because there's 2 research in there. There's 1 Machoke. God, do I promote the Snorlax? Because if I promote the Snorlax and then attach to it, I don't know. I just need a Machoke, okay? I just want somebody to Machoke me. Okay, here we go. 1 in 5. We have such a good chance of getting the Machoke here. It's crazy. It's crazy how much of it. Oh my god, we had. Okay, no, this is fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. We just lose the game. Very simple stuff. Okay. I don't think there's anything that I can do here. Because I have to retreat into the Snorlax. I can bounce around, but decking out is not a thing in this game. So I think, yeah, no cards left in deck, unable to draw cards. That's just what it says, so you can still play the game. Yeah, I severely underestimated the Venusaur. It's just, the problem is that, you know, I kind of did, you know, mess around with the Hitmonlee. And that was maybe a mistake. But I thought I had him cooked. I was just Hitmonleeing the bench. I was gonna, you know, put 30 damage, but they were able to build up their stage 2s. I struggled mightily to set up stage 2s. So there you go. Caterpie, the Goat, Venusaur, Butterfree, these are all good. Red card, you know, maybe red card. I need to be a little bit nicer to red card because that would have probably won me the game, just a red card at the right time, but there's no way to find it. I couldn't even find the second Machoke. If we find the Machoke, I win the game. So even if you play red card, I mean, you still have to draw into it to win, and that's not guaranteed to happen. Okay, we're looking at their collection. This is 8,000 cards. So there's 5 cards per pack. I don't want to do the math, but that is, what, that's 1,500, let's say 15 or 1,600 packs that they've opened. I've opened 100, so you can look, they've opened over 1,000. We knew that. So it's about 1,600. Yeah, this is 1,600, thank you. It's a whale. So they're absolutely a whale. This achievement, people will never be able to complete for like 10 more years because it's register cards in the card deck. So that's unique cards. There's only about 300 cards in the game right now. So let's say every 3 months, there's 300 cards. There's 1,000 cards a year. It's going to take 5 years to get this achievement, and that's if Pocket lasts that long. And Dragon type cards, there's only 3 Dragon Pokemon in the entire game, so that one's not easy. There's only like 5 or 6 Metal type Pokemon. Jeez, they 1,000, that's crazy. So yeah, they're not a hacker, they are a whale. They have spent a ton of money. I would have thought they'd have reached level 50 after 1,600 packs and however many battles they've won. How many battles have they won? That's supporter cards. They've only won 100. So they've won between 100 and 500 versus battles. And they've won 50 solo battles. So they beat off the computer a lot. That must be how they got a bunch of shop tickets, but that's a collection right there, everybody.